Good morning, children. In the previous class, we have studied the size and location of our country. We also studied that India occupies the seventh position in the area and the size of the countries in the world. We know that the largest country, Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil, Australia and India becomes the seventh position in the world, seventh largest country in the world. Also, we have studied the position of India, which is located almost centrally in the world, which is affecting or which is positively affecting the trade with foreign countries. Also, through the Suez Canal, opening of the Suez Canal in 1869, it made it easy for the European traders to enter or approach India through this canal also. Now today we are going to discuss about the neighboring countries of India. We know that there are some countries having the land frontiers with India. So some of the countries we know earlier, the Pakistan was part of India before the independence, also during the colonial period. So India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. We know that because we have coastal area, large coastline also. It is located on the Indian Ocean, so that the trade relations between European countries or West Asian countries and East Asian countries, East or Southeast Asian countries also. So that it also has, there are India's political map of India. When we are going through, there are 28 states. Earlier in your textbook it is given 29 states. Please make a correction there. There are 28 states and also 8 union territories. 28 states and 8 union territories in our country at present. So India shares its land boundaries with Pakistan on the west. Extreme west we can find Pakistan. Then coming towards the north, Afghanistan and in the northern region, and also in the north some other countries we can find northwestern region also, China. But China's Tibetan part, there is confusion also, because China's Tibetan part, they declared independence, but China claims that Tibet is part of China. So the Tibetan part of China exists in the north and north eastern region also. Now, when we are going towards the extreme, also in the north we can find Nepal and Bhutan, two other countries, and the northeastern region when we are going, we can find Bangladesh and Myanmar also. These are the countries which has boundaries with India, bordering with Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, or the Tibetan, China, Bangladesh and Myanmar. These are our neighboring countries. Also, when we are going towards the south of our country, extreme south in the Indian Ocean, there are some island groups we studied, that is part of India. There are some island countries also. So in the Arabian Sea there is an island Lakshadweep, and also in the Bay of Bengal there is Andaman Nicobar Islands. These are part of India. But when we are moving extreme southern directions, there are some island countries. The nearest neighbor in the offshore or island country to India is Sri Lanka. There is another country that is called Maldives also. So before, these are the two island countries, namely we can find these are the southern neighbors of India. So Sri Lanka and Maldives, these are strategically located very good, also maintain a good relation with India, because that mostly for the trade purpose they depend upon India in many cases of food grains, etc. So Sri Lanka is also separated by a narrow passage of water. We know that very less from the long history from ancient period also, India has a relation with Sri Lanka also. Okay. So these regions we can find a narrow channel, a narrow passage or channel which is separating India and Sri Lanka, that is called the Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar. These two areas we can find in the map, and Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar, which are dividing India and Sri Lanka. Also Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands, extreme south of the Lakshadweep Islands, we can find Maldives also. These are also two countries neighboring with India. Before 1947, there were two types of states existed in India, which were known as the provinces and the princely states. What were called provinces? Provinces means the areas or regions directly ruled by the British officials, which were under the control of Britishers, which were known as the the provinces. Which means the Britishers controlled these areas and they appointed this region where had a common head who was known as the Viceroy, appointed by the British government. And princely states, we know that there were many princely states, more than 500 princely states existed when we got independence also. During that period, these princely states were ruled by the local authorities or the local rulers or the native Rajas. So they used to rule here, and also they accepted the support, the supremacy of the Britishers. They had sovereignty or independence, but they had to accept the supremacy of their of the overlord like the Britishers. India also had such kind of strong geographical land history with our neighbors also. All these countries and our neighbors of India had such kind of historical relations from ancient period onwards, because we know that we had India's position is strategically located on the coastal coast of Indian Ocean, so that it has accessibility of the coastal regions, which makes the trade with other countries easier. So that's all for today about this lesson. Please go through this lesson. The chapter is ended here. In the next class we will study the second lesson, the physical features of India. Thank you.